I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, let me go back over what we were doing then. That's unfortunate. So today we're looking at this pull request from DB, and it's adding isinCollection to the DataFrame API for Scala and Java. Yeah, I thought the OBS Studio transitioned the microphone volumes between the scenes, but it looks like it didn't actually do that. So anyways, whatever. So this just adds isinCollection to the DataFrame API, and it's based off of the existing isin API that's just a little bit more frustrating to use for Scala and Java folks. It's not the end of the world. Or sorry, let me rephrase it. It's a relatively small change, which is exciting because I would like to drink more coffee and take a nap and put all of my things away because I just got back from travel recently. So the fact that this morning's change is pretty small is actually kind of happy. I can go back through this really quickly. So we can see here, this is just a change where we weren't using other, so we just replaced it with an underscore. That's good. The underscore just means that, we know that we're not referencing this anywhere. This is the two new things. So group expert ops and Java expert ops. And so isin took a var arg, which is a little uncommon relatively in Scala to passing in collections. It's more common to pass collections around. The tests themselves are fairly simple. This is interesting. So the auto casting checks and other things like this. I'll go back through these tests again actually in a little bit. And so it sounds like the tests have been simplified a non-trivial amount, and that's exciting. One of the things which I'm a little curious about is we don't have any Java test for isinCollection in this proposed PR, and that's fine. Or let me rephrase it. That could be fine, but as someone who's used Spark in Java, and it's certainly not the primary language I use Spark in, but we definitely have this habit of writing APIs that we think are usable from Java that then turn out actually to be really annoying to use from Java, that I think if we wrote the test cases for them in Java while we were doing it, we might notice that it's challenging. And I don't think that's the case here. I mean, Java allowing iterable, we don't have any sort of, one of the common challenges which can be frustrating is with type tags, and we don't have any type tags here. We're just allow sort of any type to be inside. So that's cool, but it's maybe a little bit annoying. We have made APIs like this a little bit annoying by accident. So I'm just working on this. And I'm gonna maybe leave a note. Not that we need it for sure, but in the past, some of our Java APIs have been difficult to call from Java. And I think that if we're making an API designed to be called from Java, it might make sense to have a test case for it in Java. Here, I understand it's not super important, but just a suggestion. Like, if this is a thing which I thought would actually be difficult to use in Java, like, I would argue that we need the test case a lot more. Here, I think it doesn't really matter that much, but it would be a better habit for us to get into as a project to do. And so I'm just going to leave this suggestion, and people can take it if they want or not. So let's go back down to these test cases, because that seems to be where most of the fun is. Auto casting should work with a mixture of different types in a collection. So let's actually expand so we can look at our inputs. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like it works fine for... Oh. That's interesting. Wait, really? This is... interesting. Oh. I'm honestly a little bit confused here. So, I mean, this is clearly the behavior that we're getting, and we don't see the implementation of isin, so maybe we should go take a look at it in our own code. But here we're seeing that the string value 2 is also just being casted to an integer. Okay. So that's fine, I guess. Okay, here we can see... This. Okay, arguments must be the same type, but were. I mean, this is not directly related to the change in your PR, but since we're in this part of the code, anyways, the statement in the exception doesn't quite square with reality. E.g., oh wait. No, okay. That is what we want. So this is isin taking a column reference. Wait, what? Okay, actually, I thought this PR was super simple, and now I'm less certain. Okay. So, this PR just opened a lot more questions for me than I was really expecting I was going to, which is exciting because this is an opportunity for me to learn, because clearly... Oh, hello, friend! Clearly, my understanding of things are a little off, because this doesn't make a lot of sense. So the things which I'm really curious about seeing now is that this, I mean, this is a column type, right? I want to see what happens when we give a isin values which cannot be autocast, right? I also want to see what happens with when we have when we're doing A is in column reference B, and B is the same type, because we don't actually have a positive test for that. And so let's go ahead and start this adventure together. So we're going to go ahead and open up probably expressions.scala, but it's like expressions or something like this, .scala. No, okay. Okay. There, okay. Fudge. This ordering is a little frustrating. I'm going to go over here. Our trusty friend grep class. Yeah. All right. Filters. Oh, wait. Does that sound right? Let's go take a look at it. Filters.scala. Class in. Yeah. Ooh. I'm not super sure. Actually, whatever. I'm going to start up the Spark shell. So I don't really know what's going on, so I want to play around with some shit. So let's do that. So equals O of type any over Y references. Okay. Let's go back here into Chrome. We've got the test data, right? But we're going to add some more things to our test, our wonderful test. All right. Okay. Cool. So we have a data frame, and we are going to go df.filter. Okay. Oh, yeah, not camel case, is in. All right. Cool, so that does work. That's great. What happens if we go ahead and replace this with the number 1? Cool. What about if we replace it with the letter X? That's frustrating. This is frustrating. Okay, let's go back up. I mean, by frustrating, what I mean is this is not behaving the way that I want it to, and admittedly, the way that I want it to is maybe not the right way, but it is a way. So I just want to double check. Interesting, interesting. Okay, cool. Or at least, I don't know. Wait. This is not giving me an exception. And the tests that DB has implies that this should be giving me an exception. Let's go back and take a look at this. df2.filter. Oh, sequence. Wait, really? What the? Okay. That behavior is super confusing. Or at least to me, right? Like, this does not make a lot of sense, because normally what this would mean here is that we're resolving the $A column, and we're resolving the $B column, and then we check to see if the value of A is in B. And so the fact that B is resolved to a list, I would just personally expect this to work, right? And I would be kind of confused when it didn't. It's not DB's change that's causing this. I'm actually very glad that it's a little more tested now. Still kind of confusing as all hell. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to go up to our good friend, the doc string. Yeah, so can I leave a comment up here? No. It's damn GitHub. It won't let me leave a comment. It'll let me leave a comment here for some reason. Okay. Huh. A Boolean expression that is evaluated true if the value of this expression is contained by the evaluated value of the arguments. I know this is not your change, but I think both here and below, something about the automagical typecasting that's going on should be in the doc string, because to me, it's a little surprising how this will compare integers to strings and silently convert the types, including if there are no I mean, so this is more or less like, hey, this is kind of weird that we're just typecasting and we didn't mention it anywhere. And it's totally not DB's fault or anything like this. This is just like, and it's not really anyone's fault. Like, this is probably just built over time. But like, I think we could make this a lot clearer so that even just the next reviewer who has to look at this is a little less confused. But if I'm confused looking at this, there's a good chance that our users are also confused, or would be confused if they encountered this behavior. So it'd be better to right. Actually, let's. And I'd also include that in the is in collection doc strings below. I call them doc strings because I spend way too much time changing Python code. So let's go in and make sure that I actually clarify this, /Scala doc, /Java doc. Yeah. I also point out that the result of the conversion needs to be of the same type and not of a sequence of the type. Although so your call. Just a suggestion for improvement. And this is like, we don't have to block these changes on fixing the strings. Like, it's not getting any worse, but since we're looking here anyways, now is a good time to do this. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now, kind of. Arguments must be the same type. I mean, okay, also, oh, what did you break? Oh, you broke one of the hair clips.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. How was your shower?
It was good. I broke a hair clip. I'm sorry.
Apparently the microphone was muted earlier, so they didn't get to see the part where you were here and explaining the stuffed animals to people and little Pushin. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Hair clips are cheap. This is Carolyn.
Hi.
We have, so earlier my microphone was muted and someone told me, and now we have a friend who said hi. So, hello, friend.
Hi, friend. Should we introduce the stuffies?
Monster. I'm gonna actually finish doing this work.
Okay,
I'm sorry. How far along am I? What time is it?
It's like 9:30.
Oh, cool. Okay. Also, not your PR, but I think we could improve the error message. So let's go ahead and find where the hell this error message is going to come from. It's probably going to come... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make this error and then see where it's coming from. That's probably the simplest way of figuring this out. And I'm lazy, in case anyone doesn't remember. So simpler is better. What the hell? Oh, damn it. Whatever. Cool. So this is coming... Can we actually improve this error message, I guess, is a good question. Filter, dataset, assert, analyzed. I mean, this error is okay, I guess. Hey, friend. Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess this error message is okay now that I see the full text. That's pretty fine. So let's get rid of that note. We don't really have to change this error message at all. Yeah, this thing is... It's still a little bit confusing. Yeah, okay. Enjoy work. I'll see you at lunch, maybe.
Sorry for interrupting your review.
That's okay. I just have to do work.
Do I get out of here?
So, arguments must be the same type. Yeah, okay. Ta-da. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the Java tests are fine. My only thing is, since it's an API that we designed to try and use in Java, maybe it makes sense to do it in Java. Yeah. This otherwise looks pretty good. I like that we're making the API a little easier to call. Yeah, I don't have any other review comments, I guess. If anyone has questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up with not an LGTM, but oh yeah, and we can see DB is now at Apple. That's cool. Just like, let's make it, yeah, so go ahead and let's go back. Review changes. This looks good. I have some optional comments about how we could improve this PR. Perhaps and like these things aren't like required, right? Otherwise I would be more clear that like we need to make these changes, but I think this is pretty solid. So let's just go ahead and say, yeah, this looks good. But there are some options of how we could improve it, perhaps. So let's go ahead and hit submit review. Cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So it's up to DB if he wants to listen to these suggestions, or if he disagrees with them, he can just ignore them and merge his code. And that is pretty much it for today. Oh, that's just my sound. So I'm going to switch to ending. Do remember to tune back in this Friday. I will try and not mute my microphone. And there will be more fun stuff. I'll do probably more of the PySpark Kubernetes follow-up. The author of that PR just finished their master's program, which is really exciting, and hopefully they'll have time to finish some of the feedback on their PR. So hopefully we can get that one merged in as well. Do definitely, if you're in San Francisco Bay Area and your employer has money or something, consider joining me at Spark Summit next week, where I'll be talking about a bunch of fun stuff. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and I hope you got yesterday off. So let's go ahead and switch this into ending. Yay! I need to figure out why this microphone thing is not changing automatically.